Another high-profile killing. In this one, a woman is dead and a man is already behind bars.
Disturbing information about the shooting death of a Portsmouth woman Wednesday night.
That's right. The documents confirm what 10 on Your Side learned. Shaquana Jordan was 5 weeks pregnant, according to court documents, when Hashid Mills allegedly opened fire in the presence of the family's 2 children.
Following through on a shooting out of Portsmouth earlier this week that left a woman dead.
Court documents show that the victim in this case was 5 weeks pregnant and allegedly shot by her husband.
According to court documents, there was a history of violence against Jordan. Mills was charged with assault and battery back in jail.
Yeah, I be trying to understand, like, what is it? But I guess that's just something we'll never understand, you know, until it happens to one of us. But hopefully it never happens to one of us, bro. Everybody stay in the safe mindset. You feel me? Don't go psych, because that's really what it is when these people do these type of things. Like, I feel like people just go psych and get out their element, get out their way, and just do things like that. So
January, after allegedly punching Jordan while retrieving some belongings at home. That's when he allegedly made a threat to her life. Another act of violence happened last year when Mills allegedly hit Jordan in the face with a phone and pulled her hair out, causing a bald spot.
Some people blame the system, others blame the suspect, of course. Growing up, my mother had a strict rule. If you commit a crime and get arrested, don't call her asking for help. And whatever you do, don't rat out anyone else.
You do the time. That was a famous saying, bro.
But I often worried that my mom would turn her back on me if something bad happened, God forbid. But no, that's not it. She taught me the difference between right and wrong. And if I ever did something wrong, it was because I chose to. Yet, there's something we rarely discuss. Check this out, fam. The case of an informant who should have been behind bars. Instead, he used his connections to turn on his peers, which earned him a lighter sentence, while sending his friends to prison. Now, of course, that doesn't align with the saying, if you do the crime, you do the time. But today, we explore a chilling story about a man.
What I just said, chat.
He made a horrific choice to kill his legal wife, his children's mother, right in front of them. The oldest, just 7 years old, was left to run to a neighborhood.
No way.
Crying out, Dad just shot Mommy. So in this episode, we break down the facts of this case.
That's sick, man.
Examine where this informant turned killer stands today. But before we go over this, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no aim. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, today we visit a place about 20 miles west from Virginia Beach, Portsmouth, Virginia. Back in 2017, the feds had an operation called High Tide. 24 defendants, all from Portsmouth, Virginia. It was a large-scale narcotics trafficking and firearms investigation that has resulted in the recovery of 65 firearms, 7 kilograms of cocaine, nearly a kilogram of crack cocaine, over 625 grams of heroin, over 100 grams of fentanyl, 75 grams of lace fentanyl, 12 pounds of marijuana, 620
that's about it.
Oil, 24 grams of MDMA, commonly known as ecstasy, 120 grams of methamphetamine, and over $560,000 in cash.
Yeah, boy, that's
Operation
Get Your Life.
$1 million. After doing my math, to this date, Operation High Tide defendants have been sentenced to a combined total of over 250 years in prison. For one person,
just said
this
it.
sentence did very little contribute.
That's what gets your life right there, my boy.
To get that over 250 years and counting.
That's what gets your life right there, my boy. Hey, be easy enough.
And according to his factual paperwork, his involvement in Operation High Tide was in or about September 2017 to at least in or about December 2017. Just between 1 month, on September 7, 2017, he sold a stolen AK-47 style rifle for $950. 3 weeks later, on the 21st, he sold a stolen AR-15 style rifle for $725. And the next day, on the 22nd, he sold 2 stolen firearms and a little more than a gram of heroin for.
Y'all see how they got all this stuff labeled? They got the serial numbers for everything. They got the whole model of the gun. Like, these people don't be playing. And they got all this on him. How they even know he sold these firearms? They had to be, you know, like, watching this man, or he had to sell a firearm to one of the, you know, exactly. To one of the feds.
And according to the feds, that transaction was on video and audio. The defendant referred to the heroin as raw, meaning it was potent. November 7, 2017, the defendant sold 4.5 grams of heroin to a confidential informant in exchange for $400.
Bro,
The defendant arrived.
This is a common thing, huh? This is a very common thing. People selling to informants, people selling
The
to
transaction location
DAs, all this. People selling to anybody now, bro.
Which he was traveling.
They selling to the police
not to
now.
bring children to any future transactions. As he agreed, following the heroin sale, the defendant traveled to Norfolk to obtain a firearm, a Glock that he later sold that afternoon to a confidential informant for $550. A week later, on the 14th, the defendant sold 27 grams of C to a confidential informant for $1,000. During that sale, he was video and audio recorded. The defendant used cocaine himself. 2 weeks later, on the 28th, he sold a firearm to another informant for $550.
Yeah, he deserved that, man. You sell to the informant twice?
He thought he was being plugged in, yet he was selling to all informants. But on
All informants. All informants. He's selling to all informants. Is you not getting some feeling, man? Like, is you not getting a feeling? Like, I don't understand. That's why I advise y'all to just stay out of it, man. You don't know who's who, man. You don't know who's who. And when the feds get involved in stuff like that.
Once it was discovered that the substance was fake, one confidential informant sent a text message to the defendant confronting him about the sale. The defendant replied, "You the feds the whole time, bruh. I know I'm F, bro. You made it obvious. Till the feds, they was wasting their time trying to get me. But like they say, if you can't beat them, join them. Because that's what he did.
Why,
as soon as he got arrested on April 20th, 2018, the defendant was interviewed.
He already knew.
And after waiving his rights and had admitted to the conduct described above, it was also noted that the statement of facts include those facts necessary to support the plea agreement between the defendant and the United States. During his sentence, it was mentioned Hasheed Mills had a unique sentence. That unique sentence was awarded for a specific reason and careful craft by the court. Mr. Mills was to get concurrent time with his state sentence, 60 months from January 26, 2018. And according to his lawyer, he had been a fantastic cooperator. He had done everything asked of him. His cooperation has produced results. He has been one of the best local prosecutors ever worked with. Fast forward to 2025, he a free man, but he keep having.
They talk about he struggles with obesity.
His hands on his wife, but nothing
If
was
y'all
done.
seen that
To
on
the
that.
point, she had to put him out the house, and according to Portsmouth police, that's when all hell broke loose, which led to a young boy could be heard on the phone during a 911 call, saying his father shot his mother, according to court documents. Family Shaquana Jordan, 30 years old. She leave behind.
Yeah, I think Buddy just wigged
2
up.
and 7. They was also present at the time the shots were fired that led to her demise. She was also 5 weeks pregnant with another child. May they both rest in peace. I love condolences to their families. Within the last year, her estranged husband, Mills, was charged 3 times with domestic assault towards her, and she also had protective orders against him, but it seemed they didn't work. And on Wednesday, February 5th, 2025, video footage captured a dark sedan pulling up to an apartment complex just before 8:30 p.m. The driver, matching Mills' description, parked and walked towards Jordan's apartment with the car left running. The suspect was wearing a green shirt over a white shirt, a green bucket hat, gray sweatpants, Nike tennis shoes. Footage showed the suspect and Jordan engaged in an encounter before the suspect was later seen running back to the car. The bucket hat was found on the scene. The 2-year-old and the 7-year-old were left abandoned in the home after their mother was shot. Mills was later arrested in Hampton, wearing the same clothes seen in the footage.
Disturbing information about the shooting death of a Portsmouth woman Wednesday night.
That's right. The documents confirm what 10 on your side learned. Shaquana Jordan was 5 weeks pregnant, according to court documents, when Hasheed Mills allegedly opened fire in the presence of the family's 2 children. My daddy shot my mother. That is what court documents say a child told dispatchers around 8:30 Wednesday night in a 911 call from Kenny Lane in the Churchland section of the city. It is likely the death of 30-year-old Shaquana Deborah Jordan will be recorded in the annals of crime trends. Her children, 2 and 7, witnessed her death, and according to court documents, she was 5 weeks pregnant. 30-year-old Rashid Ali Mills faces numerous charges, including the willful, deliberate, and premeditated killing of a pregnant woman by one who knows that the woman is pregnant and has the intent to cause the involuntary termination of the woman's pregnancy without a live birth. I discussed cases of this nature with Dr. Bernadette Holmes, who is an expert on
Yeah,
family
buddy
violence.
cook. They finna put him in
It's
the
the
county and he
leading
gonna
cause
get
of
beat
death.
from the
Murder
county to the
is the leading
pen to the
cause of
prison.
death
Bro,
in
you gonna
pregnant
get beat
Absolutely.
every day.
Absolutely. And that kind of behavior, domestic
I ain't gonna lie,
violence,
no.
does not
Force
occur
might
in a
stand the ground, but
vacuum.
Court documents also reveal a history
get
of
reading them
violence
papers,
in
bro.
which each partner has been
Yeah,
the
they gonna want
accused.
something to do with you,
Outside
bro.
the crime scene, according to court documents,
get something out of you
police
for
saw
sure.
a pile of items that belonged to Mills, including clothing and medicine. According to court documents, the victim reportedly told loved ones she was afraid Mills would return.
And oftentimes victims are afraid to come forward. You're at greater risk of homicide when you are attempting to leave the situation.
Now, according to the Harvard University School of Public Health, American women who are pregnant or who have recently given birth are more likely to be murdered than to die from pregnancy-related conditions. It also says these murders are linked to a deadly mix of violence and firearms. Mills remains in jail without bond.
Now, as we wrap this video up, to the victim, once again, rest in peace. Love and condolences to your family. If anyone feeling need in their heart to reach out,
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, man. I'll be back with another one for y'all, man. We out, we gone. Peace.